Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all appropriate ages, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, we may be. Hope you're staying safe and healthy. Apologies for no videos for Tuesday and Wednesday, but it was my birthday Monday, so after I put on that video, I kind of went on the route of enjoying the sunshine that we had in England and consuming quite a bit of alcohol. So I've just been recovering from heat stroke and alcohol consumption. But hey, it was my birthday, what can you do? Anywho, so yesterday we got the full list of abilities coming out for the Helminth system. And the other week I tried to predict what we were going to get. And I went and looked back and I actually predicted 16 of them correctly. Which isn't bad for me. I give myself a D+. Giggity giggity. But anywho, let's just go through
analyze
what
the
we've
intelligence
got.
profiles of the Grenier. Error,
Not
a number. Did the operator enjoy this witticism?
Also, I've gone and repainted the interior of my orbiter. It now looks a bit nicer. Done it, Sheila. And also we've had episode 4 of Nightwave Crime Scene coming out. I will check that out after this. So there'll be 2 videos today. So let's first go over a few of the ones that you get from the Helminth itself. So you've got Empower, increase the power strength of your next ability. Energy and munitions, imbue your weapons with ammo efficiency. Infested mobility, increase your sprint and parkour speed. And rebuild shields, which is instantly restore shields, but it says instantly, but earlier, well, last time we heard about it, it said it was going to drain for 50 energy, recharge 25% of your shields and have a 12-second cooldown, so I guess that's been changed a bit. Marked for death, stun an enemy, next damage you deal to it will be dealt to all enemies around it. The one everyone's been having trouble saying, perspicacity. It's not that hard to say. Your next hack will be automatic. Companion heal, heal your companion and call it to your side and expedite suffering. Hit enemies in a cone. Affected enemies will have their bleeding toxin stats removed and their remaining damage dealt with a burst. Some of these, well actually all of them, you don't really need. You can do it with other gear that we have available already in game, so I don't know if just adding to them is going to improve upon those or if they're going to improve upon what we can already do. I have no clue, but let's get into it, shall we? So Ash Prime, I believe I said I believe I said he was going to have smokescreen. He's having shuriken, and that means you can add the Seeking Shuriken mod. Not bad. Atlas is going to have Tectonics, which is summoning the rock wall. No, I said he was going to have Tectonics. No, he is having Petrify. And with All Gaze, that can increase the drop chance. So another new method of farming, depending on what frame you put it on. Or is it? We will get into that later. Banshee, the new one I've created just for the Helminth, is going to have Silence. And silence surrounds Banshee and an aura that stuns enemies and will limit their perceptions and tactical response to gunfire. And that also includes the augment Savage Silence. Oh, and also for like all the newish players, you can get the augments from these syndicates.
These are a bargain, just for you.
And for example, hide the owned ones, I pretty much have them all. I think I don't have... Do I have all the ones in here? I know I have new local appearance ones. Oh, I'm missing all the ones from Exalt. Oh, I'm going to have to change to Exalted. Red Veil. So what we got? Catapult, Grendel, Tribunal, Harrow. That's the condemned augment. Revealing Spores for Saren, Rubble Heap for Atlas, Bloodforge for Garuda. Tribunal will be the only one that will be relevant to this at the moment in time. So yeah, I'm going to have to change to Red Veil. God damn it. But anywho, let's crack on. What did I say Banshee was going to have? I thought she was going to give out Sonar. Baruch is going to give out Lull and Endless Lullaby augment that goes with it. That's pretty decent, if I'm honest. Chroma, Elemental Ward is going to be the ability with Everlasting Ward augment. I said that one correctly. Oh, goddamn, I'm good. Ember is going to be giving out Fire Blast, which is her first ability. Equinox is going to be, I believe, Rest and Rage is what it says on the list here. What did I say it was going to be? I thought it was going to be Pacify and Provoke. But it will use Rest or Rage depending on your energy colour. So I'm guessing, like with Chroma's Elemental Ward, it's going to depend on your colour, or in terms of how light or dark the colour is will depend on which form it uses. Excalibur's giving Radial Blind with the Radiant Finish augment. Frost we already know is Ice Wave with Ice Wave Impedance. Gara is Spectro Rage. Trap enemies in a carousel of mirrors, forcing them to attack visions of their true selves. Destroyed mirrors damage their attackers. Garuda is the Blood Altar, which was her second ability. Impale an enemy on Altar of Talons and Siphon Hellsayer. Gauss is giving out Thermal Sunder. I was right on that one. I knew it wouldn't be Kinetic Plating or Max Speed. Yeah, that was the only choice it could have been. Grendel is using Nourish. Well, he's going to give out Nourish. I don't know why I keep saying he's going to use. He's going to give Nourish when you subsume him. Harrow, like I said, is going to give out Condemn with the Tribunal augment. Cast Wave of Energy that changes them where they stand. Each enemy held reinforces Harrow's shields. What did I say Harrow was going to do? I actually said Condemn. Damn. Hildren. I said Pillage and I was correct. With the Blazing Pillage augment. Pillage, pillage, pillage. Percentage of shields and armor of nearby enemies to replenish your own, and overshield. Also remove status effects on that could be a good one. To Hydroid is Tempest Barrage. So his first ability with the Corroding Barrage augment. Inaros we knew he was going to have Desiccate. Ivara, I got that right as well, it's going to be Quiver. But here's what it's saying. Tap Cloak, hold for noise, augment only affects Cloak and Dash Wire. So even though it says tap for one of it and hold it for the other part of it, even though there's 4 parts. So if we go and have a quick gander, Quiver. You've got Cloak, Dash Wire, Noise and Sleep. It's saying you tap for Cloak and you hold for Noise, but it's also mentioning Dash Wire, so are we getting Dash Wire as well? Are we getting all of them? They didn't explain it that clearly in that. That's kind of a very loose description they gave. And the Empowered Quiver augment. It's just, if Dash Wire is a thing, that Empowered Quiver augment is just going to make oof. it's going to be powerful. Chroma is giving out Ensnare. I was right on that one. But no augment for it. Limbo is going to be Banish. Which is his first ability. Cast a wave of Rift energy that damages hostiles while pushing enemies and allies out of Limbo's current plane. Depending on what frame you put it on, it's going to upset some people that you play with. Loki is just giving out Decoy and Savior Decoy. Well, I knew it wouldn't be invisibility. I thought it was actually going to be Switch Teleport. They were going to have subsume. Mag is Pull, we already knew that. Mesa is Shooting Gallery. Mirage is actually Eclipse. What did I say it was going to be for Mirage? I thought it was going to be Sleight of Hand. So Standing Light Mirage deals heavy damage, while Shadows make Mirage difficult to track and even harder to hurt. That's a pretty good... yeah. Necros is giving out Terrify with the Creeping Terrify augment. Nezha is Firewalker. First ability, plays a trail of flames, scorch enemies and cleansing allies, teleport and blast, and land in an area with a ring of fire. Oh, if you... would that work with Loki's switch teleport? Like, say you firewalk and then you switch teleport with an enemy. Teleport and blast a landing area with a ring of fire. That... ooh. That'll be something to try out. Nidus is giving out Lava with the Lava Burst augment, which is actually, depending on how you play with Nidus, is pretty damn good. My stomach is playing up, so I've got to run through this quick. Nova's giving out Null Star. Nyx Prime's giving out Mind Control. See, this is why you shouldn't drink when you have IBS. It really fucks you over for a couple of days. Oberon is giving out Smite, which is his first ability. Focus deadly energy within a target and project outwards, damaging both target and surrounding enemies. Is there... yep, and there's Smite Infusion for that. Octavia is giving out Resonator, I believe. Yeah. Protea's giving out Dispensary. I wonder how many people are going to put that on Vauban. You could put Dispensary on any frame. That would be pretty OP. Be a great support frame. Revenant is giving out Reeve, which some people have been saying, eh. Some people are saying you need to have its other abilities of Revenant in order to just kill enemies with Reeve, so people have been mixed about that. Rhino is giving out Raw, that's fantastic. Did I say that for Rhino? Yes I did. Damn good. Saren we knew was giving out Mull. Titania is giving out... I thought she was going to give out Spellbind, and I was right. Enemies fumble their weapons as they are whisked into the air. Nearby allies become immune to status effects. Hold the ability to cast your immunity onto yourself. Trinity is giving out... I said it was going to be Well of Life, and it is Well of Life, but with a minor adjustment. Base ability buff now does small amount of heal over time, over a large range. If you hit the enemy, a percentage of the damage dealt gets converted into an area of explosion, area of effect heal. And then Valkyrie. I said it was going to be paralysis. It's fucking Warcry. Oh mate. Oh. Oh. Train Boy was Tesla Nervos, his first ability, his little roller ball of electric shocks. I predicted that one right. Volt we knew was going to be Shock. Wisp is actually going to be Breach Surge. Given a dimensional breach to overwhelm nearby enemies and cause them to release aggressive surge sparks with damage. Wisp may also target a reservoir to teleport to it and double the range of the surge. So if you put Breach Surge on another frame and someone who's playing as Wisp has put down reservoirs, can your frame now teleport to those? Now Wukong, we thought it was going to be from a picture that it was going to be Celestial Twin, but that got debunked. It is actually Defy. Wukong and his twin become invulnerable and defy enemies to attack. All damage is captured, stored and dealt back in a single furious strike of Wukong's staff. Bonus armor is then granted relative to the damage captured. And last but not least, Zephyr and its Airburst. Generate a burst of massively dense air that explodes on contact and send enemies flying, launch airbursts into tornadoes to make them grow. Now I say that's the last one, but no it's not, because we've still got Zaku, the broken Warframe, coming, and Zata's Whisper is the ability that frame will be given out, where it adds void damage to your weapons. Anyway, so yeah, that's all the list of abilities. Yeah, we'll just keep Harrow on here for now. Or I may need to sort out his fashion frame. But yeah, there's also something else. What was it? Oh yeah, this little piece of information came with it as well. There was a lot of bug fixes that they've mentioned in the notes yesterday, but I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to go through this. Since you can remove an ability at any time with a click of a button, you'll be able to safely experiment with many creative combinations. For example, if you replace Grendel's 1, your kit doesn't really work. If you change around or reassign abilities already assigned to Railjack tactical use, you simply may not have one or have a new one in its place. If you put Hildren's Pillage on Inaris, you don't get shields, but you do get diminished armor shields on enemies on cast. What about damage buffing abilities? Now this is where people were hoping they could just stack buffing abilities all together and create something truly broken. Sorry to disappoint you. They kind of planned ahead. As you can see, we have two abilities that increase damage: Mirage's Eclipse and Rhino's Roar. We are creating a special case for these abilities when infused on Warframes with similar abilities, i.e. Chroma, Mirage, Rhino, Octavia. When you infuse these, you will receive a prompt that you can only have one damage buffing ability at a time, and thus you are limited to replacing said ability type, which is to say, damage buffing abilities can only be swapped with damage buffing abilities on Warframes that already have them. However, that limitation does not apply to the other 30 plus Warframes. So, if you're thinking of putting a load of damage buffing abilities on one Warframe, not going to happen. So yeah, that's the full list. Now I am a Loki main. Loki was the first Warframe I started using when I first started playing this, because back then you only had a choice of Excalibur, Mag or Loki, and I went with Loki. and he still has one of the best looking primes in the game.
Well put together, operator. Now get out
And I
there
still think that my Loki,
down
my original Loki,
and
is
make the
still
Lotus
my
proud.
most used frame. Yeah, he still is. Loki Prime's creeping up, but Loki is still my most used frame. Jesus, what? And I'm only 16,500 away from level 27, so I might actually level up some of these new frames that I've rebuilt to get to level 27. But yeah, I'm just wondering what to put on Loki. I'm thinking of keeping, well, I'm going to keep invisibility and radial disarm obviously, but do I replace decoy or switch teleport, and what do I replace them with? I've got plenty of time to think about it, but let me know what your main is and what you're going to switch it, or you're going to switch with them. And that being said, I'm going to cut the video here, and later on today you'll see Crime Scene 4, and I shall see you all later.